joining us right here on the Mercedes-Benz Vans phone line, fresh off of a remarkable 205-yard rushing performance of the Minnesota Vikings, who desperately needed it. On the Mercedes-Benz Vans phone line is Dalvin Cook back here on the Rich Eisen Show. How you doing, Dalvin?
What's up, Rich?
How are you doing?
Doing good.
I would say so. I'll be honest. I can confirm. This source can confirm you're doing good. I can confirm.
I appreciate it.
How are you feeling today?
I feel good. After that game, you always sore, but I feel good as far as like coming out the game clean and stuff. Yeah, I was good.
Well, I mean, my God. All right. So let me, because I know you, I'm sure, don't want to talk about injuries and things like that. Players don't want to talk about injuries, but you were carted off the field 11 days before your 200-yard performance. Did you, how hurt are you? How banged up are you, Dalvin?
It is what they said it is. All the reports that they say. I tore my labrum in that San Fran game, but yeah, that's it. But I've been working extremely hard. Me and my trainers and the strength and conditioning coaches. The coaches been making sure they monitor my workload and practice and stuff. So I've been good. I just been grinding. Getting my shoulder back stronger.
And so did you wear something in particular last night to harness it to prevent any serious injury from happening, Dalvin?
Yeah, I wore that same harness 2 years ago when we played against New Orleans in the playoff game. So yeah, I wore a harness that kind of not put myself in a position to let it happen again, and kind of keep me in a stable position.
Well, you had a huge game against the New Orleans Saints in that game as well. You going to keep the harness even if you might not need it? I mean, if you're superstitious like that sort of thing, Dalvin?
I wouldn't say I'm superstitious, but just going by the protocol, just making sure I take care of myself. So I got to keep it on.
Okay.
Just keep doing what I do. Just sticking to it.
So were you feeling good in the morning, and then that was part of it? I mean, how did you get ready for yesterday's game to get out there on the field with a torn labrum? Because you have two of them too, right, Dalvin? You have two of them. You have one in the other shoulder too, correct?
No, I don't.
Okay, you don't. All right, so you've got one in the shoulder that you tore, and so how did you get ready? Walk me through your Thursday.
I was feeling pretty good all week though. Like when they went to play against Detroit, I kind of went through my normal routine of doing treatment, because the trainers and stuff went to the game. So I was at home and I had the stuff I needed to do treatment. So I kind of did treatment and I felt good, coming into Monday. And then I just told the trainers, I seen Doc, he looked at me, he checked me out, put me through some motions. I was comfortable with the stuff that he did and put my shoulder in the positions. So I was like, next thing to test if it's strong enough to go out there and compete, at a high level. And I was able to move around weights and do the things that I do, and that was kind of the deciding factor of me going out there and being safe on the football field.
And then you start running like you did. When was right before the first snap? Is that in the back of your head, or you're like, I'm free, I'm ready to go? How does that work for somebody in your position? Dalvin?
Yeah, I know I put the work in. I know I put the work in, to go out there and just, I play the game with no regret. That injuries and stuff come with the game. So, I won't put myself in harm's way. And if it, whatever happens, I just live with it and just, regroup.
Dalvin Cook here on the Rich Eisen Show. Were you surprised at how large the holes that you were running through and how long you were going without contact on Thursday night?
Yeah, they did a great job of putting together a game plan all week. We was believing, we believed in the game plan, just seeing how everything was getting drawn up. We knew, we had a chance to go make some plays. We just had to take advantage of those plays, and I think we did a good job of that last night.
All right, now let me get to the $60 million question here, Dalvin Cook. Why do the Vikings have such trouble finishing games? You're up 29-0, and that game turned into a nail-biter. I don't need to go through the entire year, but difficulty winning games that you were up, difficulty closing games that you were up. Why?
Oh, that's a good question. That's a question we've been getting asked all year. And, steady going through these games over and over is something we not shying away from. We looking at it right in his eyes and trying to figure the problem out. just like everybody else, man. We're not gonna stop, trying to figure out, why we can't finish teams, because I know we can. We got the team to do it. So it's just up to us, squarely on these leaders on this team to get these guys together and figure it out.
Well, what is your role on all of that? As a leadership for you, Dalvin.
Yeah, just that team that played in the first half last night was lights out. We was clicking on all cylinders. We just got to continue that energy going into the second half, and that's just my job to keep pushing that message. Letting everybody know. We still got a shot to go get in the playoff. We still got something to keep playing for.
Is there a sense of a let up though? I mean, does it? Again, I know there's no specific answer to the questions I'm putting in front of you, and I'm trying to just, put in front of you though the questions that diehards of the Vikings are asking, as they look down at their bitten off fingernails this morning. So,
yeah. And
is there
for me, coming from Dalvin, I just, we trying to figure the problem out as a whole, as a team, and we want to stop putting our fans through those nerve-wracking games. It's the same for us on the sideline, watching our defense, or our defense watching our offense, or us watching our kicker make a kick, or whatever the situation is. So we trying to figure this thing out. We got 4 more games left, I think. So we got a shot to go win some big time games and not put ourselves in those situations.
How far can you go, Dalvin? How far can you go, Dalvin Cook?
We can go. We just got to keep getting our confidence going, and just keep playing ball, and not worry about those games that we've been talking about. Those games that came down to the minute and the seconds that we didn't win. We got to put that behind us and just keep going.
Dalvin Cook here on the Rich Eisen Show. Was that the best game you've ever played last night?
That's the most fun I had. I had fun last night. It was a fun game. We had fun. I know my old line looked like they was having fun. So, yeah, it was a fun game. And then the mere fact, again, that you were so and if I told you when you were being carted off in Santa Clara, California, just 2 weeks ago, not even, that this game would be possible, what would you have told me, Dalvin? I probably couldn't have answered it. How I was feeling after that game, I was kind of down on myself. I was kind of, in the place. That's why, I'm grateful for my teammates and my family and stuff. I just feel like, injuries come and they go, but, in that time, I just feel like my team needed me to be there, and I wasn't there. So, but after the game, I felt like my shoulder was kind of banged up, but, I just said, I'm going to put my head down and grind, and, I looked up and, I was able to go out there and compete. So you're feeling fine today? You got this mini bye now, and so just in theory, your shoulder should not be a problem for the rest of the year as you go about your business for the Minnesota Vikings. Yeah. Yep, just stand on it, stand fine-tuned, and I'm going to be good to go the rest of the year. All right, Dalvin Cook. I'll just say it, screwed. You're on my fantasy team. Way to go, man. Way to go, Dalvin Cook. That was fantastic. That was just all of it. I know that's a very unprofessional thing for me to say. Are you hearing from people? It's all good, Rick. Are you hearing from people about that very subject matter today, Dalvin? Have you heard about that from people? Yeah. Okay. Well, I'm glad I'm not the first. That makes me feel better. But that was it's unbelievable.
Tell them the whole story, Rich.
Well, I mean,
tell them the whole story. Tell Mr. Dalvin the whole story.
Well, Dalvin, we had a big debate about this yesterday.
Well, I mean, do we play you in fantasy? And because I just didn't want to see you come in and out of the game and all that sort of business.
I feel you.
You understand, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I totally understand. Yeah.
Okay, good. Because it's not about us, and that's the proper word. It's not me and you. It's an us thing. It's not. It's nothing's going to come between the two of us, Dalvin. But I was concerned, and then I saw you get 24 yards in that first series that wound up with no points, and then oh my gosh, 30-yard carries here and there. Did you know when you hit the locker room that you had a $153 and change? Were you aware of the numbers as you were racking them up? Dalvin? Nah, I wasn't. When it popped up on the screen, I seen it when everybody else seen it. It popped up on the screen, and I seen it like everybody else. And then you're like, okay, all right. And then you went for 200 and you got it.
Yeah, then my old line, like they weren't gonna let me fall short of that 200. Like they was pushing for it. Too.
Okay, good, because there's a 5-point bonus for me in my league. Again, I'd like to keep bringing it back to me for that.
This guy.
But you know, all I know is you put me in a rocking chair on Sunday, man, and I greatly appreciate that for this week 14. Almost as much as you calling into the show, which I greatly appreciate as well, Dalvin. So thanks again.
Anytime.
I really appreciate it. Anything else that if you need ice, if you need anything else, just you let me know and I'll make sure you get it. Okay.
Appreciate it, Rich.
All right. Take care, Dalvin. Thanks for the call.
See you, Dalvin.
That's Dalvin Cook, everybody. Hey, you watched all the way to the end. Thanks for that. Watch more right here.